Business Focus with Kudzi, Sharara.
At POSB, we believe in empowering every individual to reach their full potential. From children to youths, informal workers to professionals, startups to large enterprises, and farmers to retirees, POSB has financial solutions for everyone. Welcome to the Business Focus, proudly brought to you by the People's Own Savings Bank, POSB.
18 minutes before the hour of 8 o'clock is the time. Welcome to Business Focus, proudly brought to us by POSB. And joining us on Business Focus today, joining us online is Kudzi Sharara, our business expert here. Good morning, Kudzi, and welcome to Business Focus.
Good morning, Goni. Good morning, everyone.
All right, Kudzi, first things first, let's start with the Capital Markets High School Quiz Competition. What's the update so far?
Thank you, Ngoni. So, first, let me thank our sponsors, POSB. They sponsor Business Focus, obviously, but they are also one of our major sponsors for the Capital Markets High School Quiz Competition. They've been with us since day one for the past day. This is the fourth year that we are holding this particular competition, and POSB has been one of the sponsors since. And also, there are obviously other sponsors. We've got Old Mutual, Delta, Inco, Zimswitch, and Ika Shoes as well. Chingamira, also one of the sponsors, and would like to thank them as well. And so that's the quiz competition that we have so far, and we are halfway through the group stages. Probably more than half anyway. So we have done 6 group stages, and there are 2 more to go. And I would like to applaud the learners. They've shown the energy, they've shown the excitement, and they've shown their eagerness to learn. And they've been very competitive. The winners, those that have made it to the finals, and even those that didn't make it to the final. But you can see that they've done what I always say, that the most important investment one can make before investing their money in any field is to invest in knowledge. And this is what these learners have done. They have gone through loads and loads of paper and information so that they can compete at the Capital Markets High School Quiz Competition. But I believe that whatever they've been studying, whatever they've been learning, materials that was prepared by the Securities and Exchange Commission of Zimbabwe, also the Zimbabwe Stock Exchange, the Mercantile Exchange, as well as Chengetedzai, that material will forever be with these learners because they've gone through that material.
All right, nice, Kudzi. Now, looking at the Capital Markets Schools Quiz Competition, have any schools or individual students particularly impressed you with their capital markets knowledge in these first 6 rounds?
Thank you, Ngoni. I think the school that has impressed me the most is a school that probably some might not know about. It's called Prince Senior School. And ironically, as much as it is known as Prince Senior School, it was represented by 4 young ladies. That's Letitia Matanire, Odette Gazi, Chantel Chikumbura, and Tana Shechimusa. Why am I mentioning their name? These are Form 1 and 2 students that took part in the capital market competition. They were competing against the A-levels, Form 4s, Form 3s, but they brought a very young team of young girls, Form 1 and Form 2, and they impressed during the quiz competition. In their group, they were 5, and they came out 3rd. For me, that was impressive. That was a major highlight for me. I'm to point out what could have stood out for me from from these capital market quiz competition.
Nice, Kudzi. And, when you talk about these schools quiz competitions, why is it important to get high school students engaged with topics like stock markets, stock bonds, and even financial markets specifically?
Thank you, Ngoni. So you find that Zimbabwe, we always say to ourselves, applaud ourselves, and boast that we are one of the most literate countries even in the world. We can read and write, and we boast about that. But when it comes to financial literacy, our numbers are very low. Probably just less than 5%. Probably. I'm not sure about the number. But when it comes to capital market investment, for example, we are at around 2%. In terms of people who invest in our capital markets, we are at around 2%. So it shows you that our level of financial literacy is very low. But then there is a saying that says, catch them young. And also that you can't teach old dogs new tricks. So these capital markets competition exposes young learners to things that some of us, we only started to know about capital markets when we were in college. Some of us when we were already working. Some are still to know about capital markets, even when some of them are CEOs of companies. Some of them they are actually financial directors of companies, but they do not have knowledge about how capital markets operate and their importance. And now we are exposing young learners, Form 1s and 2s, and all those in primary and secondary education to issues of stock markets and bond markets. This is the capital markets, and this is where those who are looking for capital would come and raise capital for economic development, for expansion of their companies, for working capital. They will come to the capital markets and raise that money. And for those who are looking to make sure that their savings are not under the pillow, their savings are earning them something, they will come to the capital markets so that they can earn some capital gains and some dividends for those companies that do well. So I think that's why it's important to expose learners at a younger age to capital markets issues.
Wonderful. It's exactly 10 minutes before the hour of 8 o'clock. Business Focus with Kudzi Sharara, proudly brought to us by the People's Own Savings Bank. Kudzi will take a commercial break. Just stay on the line and we'll be back straight after this.
Going to China, Dubai, Turkey, South Africa, or anywhere else? Whether hoda or hustling, traveling for business, a holiday, heading off to university, or even buying your first car from Japan, POSB MasterCard is here to simplify your journey. Explore endless possibilities with POSB MasterCard. Shop, withdraw money, and pay in-store or online, locally or abroad with ease. With the POSB Debit Gold MasterCard, access both your local currency and USD accounts on one card. It's the only debit card you need home and away. No POSB account? No problem. Get the POSB prepaid MasterCard, load it up, and start transacting instantly. It's accepted worldwide. The POSB MasterCard makes payments fast, secure, and stress-free. Also enjoy contactless payments, smart cities discounts, and 24/7 support. POSB MasterCard is your key to convenience. Sign up today. #Convenience made simply possible. Celebrating 120 years of transforming livelihoods and building unforgettable memories together. POSB is a member of the Deposit Protection Scheme.
All right, and we continue with Business Focus for this morning. Now, Kudzi, let me jump into the fold. And I've been following the conversation, but I'm now interested in understanding. I understand now there are just two group stages left, and what's on the line for these teams, and how crucial are these next rounds? Because obviously, it's a very important stage of these competitions.
Thank you, Tata, and obviously, thanks to our sponsors, among other sponsors, because their sponsorship, what it has done is that there is a prize money to be won by these competing schools, as well as prize money for the individual students that are competing. So there is money at stake in this competition. So far, we've got 6 schools that have qualified. So you've got Harare High, that is qualified. Zengeza High is qualified. We also have John Talak all the way from Blawayo. They qualified yesterday. We also have Bonda, St. David's Bonda, all the way from Manika Land. They also qualified. And we've got Moleli from National Wood. They're also in. Jameson from the Midlands, Jameson High. They've also qualified. So today, obviously, we expect to see more schools, 2 more schools, going into the finals that will be held next week on the 27th of June.
Interesting. I know it might be a bit of an obvious question, but do you expect the competition to get even fiercer now in these final group matches? And what makes these rounds more different?
So these 2 group stages that I have, they are interesting in the sense that in one of the groups, we have got defending champions, Unashe High School from Murewa. They are the defending champions. So it would be interesting if they can make it to the finals once again, as they did last year, and obviously emerging as the champions. So that makes it interesting. The second, the other group also have another former champion in Dominican Convent, Blawayo, all the way from Blawayo. They are former champions, and they are back again this year. And it will be interesting to see whether they make it to the finals once again. What I've liked with, for example, with Dominican Convent, despite winning the competition in the second year of running the competition, the following year, even though the previous students were still there at the school, they decided to come with a different set of students, which means that they're exposing more learners to the competition. So I expect fireworks to come from the defending champions and the former champions.
Nice one. So after these last 2 group stages wrap up, what's the next phase, and when can the listeners expect the exciting finals, obviously?
The finals are next week, Friday. So we'll have 8 schools making it to the final. Then, however, maybe we can call them semi-finals, although they are finals, because they'll still be in. So we've got 8 schools qualifying, but they will be in 2 groups, 4 in each group, and the winners of these 2 groups will then have to factor in another challenge that these schools have been taking part in. So what we have done this year, we have introduced what we call virtual trading, where these schools were allocated virtual money, and they would virtually buy shares and say, okay, I've been given my virtual money of $1,000. I'm going to buy into this particular account and that account and that counter. So by the end of the 23rd of June, by the 23rd of June, we will close that particular part of the competition, and we will then see of the shares that these schools would have bought, which school has made the most profit or has made the most capital gains. So between the 2 winners of the 2 groups, the groups that will be in the final, between the 2, we will then factor in what they would have earned in terms of the virtual trading that they've been participating in, courtesy of C-Trade. So that will then that's how we will then pick the winner, the overall winner of this year's competition.
Interesting. I'm just thinking ahead, Kudzi, and thinking to myself, beyond winning the trophy, what lasting impact do you hope this competition has on the participating students?
Look, I think the Zimbabwean capital markets are not as developed as in other markets, and I would want to believe that exposing these learners to the capital markets will make sure that more people are involved in the capital markets. The other day I was highlighting that when you look at individuals that trade on the stock market, very few, and in fact we're talking about a percentage of 2% of Zimbabweans participate on the stock market. And I think with these learners participating, we are giving more people exposure to capital markets, and I think it will have a lasting impact on our landscape as a country.
And Kudzi, one of the most important things is about the bigger mission. of this high schools quiz competition. Now, how does this quiz fit into the broader goal of improving financial literacy among young people?
Thank you, Ngoni, for that question. And I think even that's one of the reasons probably even our sponsors, POSB, are interested in sponsoring this competition, because for a country that has got low levels of financial literacy, it means that we, as a country, probably, in fact, we have seen it with our national budget, where we then try to do infrastructure projects using cash budget, money from our national budget, instead of using capital markets to do this and do this project. And I believe one of the reasons why not much attention or importance is placed on the capital market is because the mentality that is out there is that I don't know, I don't participate on my capital market. It's for the elite, it's for that particular group. But if we have got more people participating in the capital market, it means even our policies, there will be policies that support our capital market. A country that does not have the capacity or knowledge about how to raise capital for whatever reason or for capital projects, I think that country will be slow in its development. So I think if we improve financial literacy, it means we have got more people using formal financial instruments and sector and the formal financial sector to save, to invest, and that will obviously help us in putting up infrastructure within our economy.
And looking beyond this year, what's the vision for growing the capital markets high schools quiz?
Look, if we can have more sponsors on board, especially I know the Reserve Bank of Zimbabwe, it's one of their mandates they are pushing in terms of financial literacy. We've got the Securities and Exchange Commission, the regulator of the capital markets. We've got many other institutions. I think if they come in and we partner, we would want to take these capital market competitions, not only a situation where for now a school that can afford to travel all the way from Bulawayo to Harare is the one that participates. We would want to go to the provinces, to the districts, so that we expose more and more students to the capital market. So that would be a vision that we would want to see. We started with 20 schools for the past 3 years. This year we increased to 40 schools. If we can go to 100, if we can go to the district, make sure that each and every school participates in our capital market, I think that would be a vision worth pursuing.
Yeah, and it's Business Focus with Kudzi Sharara, proudly brought to us by POSB. Because we are fast running out of time, just under 30 seconds. What message do you have for the students in these crucial last group stages, and where can our listeners follow the results or find out more about the finals?
I would say to the students, what is important, no matter whether you win or not, what is important is that you have invested in knowledge. If you invest in knowledge, it means that you will not put your hard-earned money into Ponzi schemes, into pyramid schemes. You will know exactly where to put your money because you've got the knowledge. And for those who want to follow, you can follow the Zinpepper's platforms, and also listen to Business Focus on Monday. Obviously, we'll be telling you which school we would have walked away with the honors.
Kudzi, thank you so much for Business Focus. Let's link up on Monday.
Thank you, Ngoni.
At POSB, we are committed to providing the support for everyone to thrive and succeed. Today's Business Focus was proudly brought to you by POSB, celebrating 120 years of transforming livelihoods and building unforgettable memories together. Hashtag convenience made simply possible.
Business Focus with Kudzi Sharara.